Here I am with the 2009 Toyota Corolla. So I was thinking about low compression because looking at the data on the RPM when the engine was acting up as crank no start, so my RPM were going like about 400 RPMs. Non-good engine and good battery voltage is about 200 around there. So I heard the engine, the sounds is like a low compression. So while these conditions are present, I come out of here right now and I disconnect all the injectors. At this point, I wanted to clear flood the engine, and then when I clear flood the engine, what I do is and try to restore compression. Looking at my scan data, I can see there I got about 200 RPMs, and I can hear. And then with the injector disconnected, I added propane and the engine started, it runs. So I was okay. At this point, it's safe to me to know that I restore compression and do this test because I wanted to rule out first when I got misfire if I have the base of the engine is how is it, compression. So coming down here, I'm just gonna do a voltage drop test pretty much with a picoscope on the battery, and we're gonna get the readings here, and this is gonna be the beginning of this because sound like we're losing the compression. And my question is here, what are we losing the compression? Is are the injectors leaking down or dumping too much fuel, and when the engine is warm and washing down the cylinders, and that is causing a low compression? Or is the compression the problem, causing not burning the fuel, and then that is causing a leak down? Not sealing. The oil is not that bad. I was smelling this and doesn't smell to me like it has a fuel contaminant on it. Also, the level, it doesn't looks high level, but gonna do this test and gonna see the results. Now I know the engine is restored the compression, and I don't want to be dumping any fuel now. That's why I have disconnected the injectors. I'm gonna go through the picoscope and analyze that. Now this is what I got here on my computer. So I'm gonna go here and go to Pico Diagnostic. Oh, this is the J2532, the one I'm using here, the Drew Technologies. So it's pretty good. This one can be used the toolbox also with some mongoose and stuff like that. But it's pretty good, that tool. We can use it with the TechStream full and a bunch of them too. But for Honda here too, to reprogram the Hondas, the HDS, if we pay like $10 a day, it's pretty good for getting information. So let me go here. We're gonna tell it to the picoscope. We're gonna do a compression test, and 4 cylinders, yes, and start the test. So we can see here, this is only, it's even, the compression in between all cylinders. 89%, 90%, 10% different on that one. Really nothing to worry about it, too much. Relatively speaking, they have about the same compression in between each cylinders. But when I add propane or brake cleaner, the engine start. It's a little bit hard to start. I would say it's not like easy quickly, but if I started with the injectors plug-in, it's harder to start. So this is what I'm leaning more to wash down, but maybe on the wrong track. But you know, it's a learning experience. We're gonna go through that one. So I'm driving here the Corolla, and we can see doesn't run bad. And I just did a test for the fuel quality and fuel pressure leak to the injectors, fuel injectors, and fuel contamination test, and everything passes on me. So now I'm just gonna go to do a relating compressor and basically a leak down test. So I think it's just gonna be the compression. So we're gonna go for the next test. I'm gonna do a relating compression now. I got synced to the coil number 1, and I had the amp connected to battery ground. I'm gonna start a test and see how we show up on the amp probe. Well, it looks even. So we can see I got sync on the cylinder one. However, it looks here like a little bit off time, which is not, well, it's not probably on the peak here, because this one should be occurring right here on the center. So I think when it is a low compression, this peak build up before the piston get to TDC, and I think that's what we're looking at here, because this one should be here, right here. It's the center of that one. We can see the peak right here, but they looks even peaks. So my next test is gonna be doing a leak down test. Oh, after having for a while running the engine, is warming spark plugs, so it's hard to see it here, but the spark plugs, all of them looks dry. I don't see any independent of them to be wet. So no, maybe a little bit the number 2 cylinder 2 is the only one I see like a barely. It's hard to see, it's dark now. I'll start my lead down with cylinder 2. I'm gonna start doing a regular compression test, and then after that I will do a lead down test, and I will start on cylinder number 2 because I saw the spark plug a little bit dark comparing to the rest, but I still will do probably all of them. I disconnected the injectors. So I have here the smoke machine. So I'm gonna insert some smoke throughout cylinder number 1. We're gonna see that one comes to the number 2. As we saw on the leak down, it was coming on where is the whistle. So we saw it's coming on the compression was when the leak down. I'm doing the leak down. The compression is going to cylinder 2, and that I did already on the 3. It goes to the 4. So basically we have a blown head gasket. I'm gonna insert smoke and we're gonna see what happens.